using your ramp with CPAP is hella dumb. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Grandpa Lanky here, doing another CPAP video. I'm your favorite and thickest polysomnographic technologist, otherwise known as a sleep tech. Let's talk about the ramp feature on your machine. Now, when I'm doing my PAP therapy analysis with people, axgsleepdiagnostics.com, check it out. Always working that plug-in. I often get people asking me, should I leave the ramp on or should I take the ramp off? I also see a lot of people kind of abusing the ramp feature. They'll turn it on, wake up, turn it on, wake up, turn it on, wake up, turn it on. It's just endlessly on, drop, on, drop. Now, if there's a reason for that, I totally understand. But let me just give you my thoughts on the ramp feature that are 100% unsolicited by you. Now, here's how I view the ramp. If you're on a pressure, let's just use in this example, kind of a moderate pressure, let's say either 10 or 12. What I see a lot of is people using a ramp of 5, and then they'll ramp that up over a pretty long period of time. So let's say 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And what you get is a linear ramp up, 5, and then it'll be 6, and then 7, and then 8, and then 9, and 10. And over that period of 30 minutes, if you really require a pressure of 10 or 12, what you're doing is you're essentially suffering during that period. You're not fully optimized to your optimum pressure, which means you're having possibly obstructive apneas, you're having possibly hypopneas, and you're probably definitely having at least respiratory effort related arousals, meaning you're not breathing enough, your airway's collapsing, and you're waking up because of this collapse. So if you have the ramp on 30 minutes and you're devoting usually 8 hours of sleep per night, that is 1/16 of your night that you're just flushing down the drain. It's just complete crap. And every time you hit that button to enable the ramp, you're basically causing yourself to have another segment of your sleep disrupted by inappropriate pressure, meaning you're under pressure. But Jason, you say, Jason, I use the auto ramp feature. Now, if you use the auto ramp feature, I still think it's a dumb idea. So one, the auto ramp feature is actually kind of sucky. It sort of does an okay job sometimes, but what happens is you're not asleep, not asleep, not asleep. Auto ramp is waiting. You're under pressure. The second you start falling asleep, you start having apneas, at which point the auto ramp feature kicks on and kicks it out of ramp, and then it just jacks you up to the max pressure. So in this case, if you're at 5, it jacks you up to like 10, 11, 12, whatever your pressure is. Now all of a sudden, you just got hit with a hell of a lot of airflow, which is going to blow off CO2, which is often going to put you into a central apnea or central hypopnea cycle. So now you just pissed away about 10 minutes of sleep, 15 minutes of sleep. Now that doesn't sound horrible. That's not a horrible deal, right? But it does cause another problem, and that is mask fit. So sometimes people will put on their mask and it'll be on their ramp setting. 5 centimeters of water starting pressure, maybe 6. Put their mask on to get it all right.
Ooh, not leaking. Perfect.
Next thing you know, after it ramps up and you're asleep, all of a sudden leaks start to show themselves at that higher pressure. So if you start your CPAP at your actual optimum pressure with no ramp, you can get your mask appropriately adjusted for the full night of sleep exactly the way it needs to be. And you're going to avoid having those leaks that pop up as the ramp is increasing the pressure, and you'll avoid waking up and like having to readjust your mask when you're all tired. I totally understand opinions will vary. That is my rationale behind it. You can say, but Jason, what if I just use a ramp of 10 minutes? That's cool. If you need a ramp, I'm not hating on you at all. Just do this one thing. Have your mask and try it out with the full pressure to make sure there's no leaking before you hit the ramp on. If the ramp is the one thing that's keeping you from not using CPAP versus using CPAP, by all means, use the ramp. It's just, I want you to understand that using a ramp for long periods of time can cause you to have poor sleep during that entire duration. So know what you're doing when you're using ramp, understand the repercussions that it has on your sleep, and other than that, do whatever the hell you want. Unless you're buying CPAP equipment, don't do whatever the hell you want. Head on over to the sponsor of this channel. My God, this transition, that was probably the smoothest one I've ever done. Head on over to the sponsor of this channel, CPAPsupplies.com. You can get yourself a mask, which obviously is going to be leak-free because you're turning it on at your optimal pressure and getting it sized appropriately. And if it's not, probably someone over there like Julie might help you out over the phone and get it fixed appropriately. Or you can use my services at axgsleepdiagnostics.com, which I so cleverly put into their advertisement. But check out cpapsupplies.com. When you check out after purchasing a mask, make sure you use discount code LEFTY20. It's gonna save you a bunch of money. If you hate that mask, you can always return it with a 30-day mask guarantee. If you find them for cheaper elsewhere, which ain't gonna happen, you can also rectify that with cpapsupplies.com, as they have a 30-day price guarantee as well. So check out the sponsor of this video and this channel, cpapsupplies.com. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I welcome all comments. They don't hurt my feelings. Now, speaking of hurt feelings, old Stewie over there. Stewie, show yourself. Stewie was kicked off of this channel and he's sad, but you can head on over to Lanky's cat channel, link in the description box down below, and you can follow Stewie and what he's doing and what I'm doing over there. It has nothing to do with CPAP. It's 100% different. So head on over, check that out. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And other than that, have a great night. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Thank you to all watching, but an extra thick thanks, buddy, to Doug Toombs, Jason Georgiades, Patricia Espelong, Sarvesh Joshi, Stuart Hetherington, Mona Swearingen, Chungchu Chen, and Edward Steiner, as well as a big thank you to all my other Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Little tiny thanks, buddy, for you guys.